Shut up and sit down.
Hello and welcome. I am silently loud, and today I want to talk about The Wheel of Time, the Amazon TV series, which I think is in a bit of a pickle. Now, people are saying that it's a bit of woke and all of that kind of stuff that we don't like in our series, but yesterday I watched all of it and I wanted to give you my opinion on it. And first things first, is it woke? No, I don't think it is. But I haven't read the books. Don't kill me yet, hear me out. The world of Wheel of Time is basically built upon this idea that only women can harness this power. These women are the Aes Sedai, and this power cannot corrupt women, but it will corrupt men. So that's the premise of it. And the idea of this kind of a world isn't woke inherently, and I didn't find it bad as a story of itself. I enjoyed most of the TV series, but I know that some of them has been race swapped. I guess that's the word. Yeah, let's use that, race swapped. And there was even some lesbian action, which I don't mind. Okay, I don't mind. And as far as I know, it does happen in the books also, or it is implied, or something along those lines. Either way, it is in the story. We know this. But the characters, I had a few problems with the characters. Now, first things first, let's talk about Rosamund Pike as Moiraine Damodred. Rosamund Pike was the one pulling this whole TV series. Rosamund Pike is freaking amazing in this. Even the first picture here, she is in the forefront of it. I mean, she literally carried the whole show, and no wonder she is incredible in the screen and as a Maureen. I like her very much. Then her guardian, what were they called? Warders. Daniel Henney as Landman Dragoran. Yeah, he was a decent character. Yeah, he had a lot of time on the screen. We saw him as a happy guy. We saw him as a not so happy guy, and I guess he was decent enough. Okay, then we get to the bits that I'm not so sure of, as in Madeline Madden as Egwene Alvear. Now, Egwene, she seemed like a sweet girl, but was she? Was she really? There were a few spots where I was like, "The fuck you talking about, you stupid bitch? I mean, I really would like to address those spots, but I just can't be bothered." Then another one I had a problem with was Zoe Robbins as Nynaeve Almira, and one of the reasons for that was I know that her character was supposed to be this guardian and a confidant for these young adults, but more often than not, she came out as an arrogant, just arrogant and full of herself. Now there were a few times when she came out caring and sweet and thoughtful, but those were very few times in the, was there 8 episodes or 9? Either way. And there is, I think it is in episode 8 or is it episode 7, where Rosamund Pike says to Nynaeve, she says, "You claim the title of wisdom. You should start using it." And I was like, hell yeah! Fuck that bitch! Put her on her place. I mean, I get what she was supposed to be, but I don't think she nailed it. And Marcus Rutherford as Perrin Ayabara. Perrin was a white canvas. There was nothing on him. I mean, he didn't leave me feeling anything, quite honestly. And Joshua Stradovsky as Rand al'Thor. Now Rand, I liked Rand. Yeah, she left me feeling good. Yeah, I didn't like how the last episode ended, and I'm going to get into that too. Just give me some time. I still want to talk about Barney Harris as Matt Corton. Now, I understand what kind of a character he's supposed to be, but I wasn't impressed by Barney Harris as Matt Corton. Now, I have talked about the characters that I wanted to talk about, and why. Because now we're gonna get into the Wheel of Time article here. The Wheel of Time showrunner Rafe Judkins explains why Egwene and Nynaeve defeat the Trolloc army at Tywin's Gap instead of Rand al'Thor. Now, I found out this after I watched the show. So they switched that. So it was supposed to be Rand al'Thor who defeats the army at the last episode. And there was this one sentence that the showrunner said. Just give me a sec here. In the books, everyone else basically gets knocked out, and Rand fights the Dark One. He teleports to Tywin's Gap and levels the whole Trolloc army. He gets the Horn of Valir. He does it all, essentially, he stated. The showrunner elaborated, and we wanted to take that and split it amongst our core characters. Sort of each of them fulfill a piece of what Rand did at the end of book 1. In as believable a way as possible, and also set up their stories moving forward. Now, that is all good and fine in itself, but when you say you set it up as believable a way as possible, but you didn't. This is fantasy, and for sure, fantasy has some rules, but when you say it, you set it up in as believable a way as possible. Oh, come on, fuck you. No, you didn't. And you are supposed to set up Rand as this immensely powerful thing. Now, you didn't. And there was one comment here that was very apt here. Eric Travis says, the point of the scene in the book wasn't to push Rand as a solitary hero. The point of the scene in the book was to firmly and convincingly establish that Rand can channel an insanely dangerous amount of power, and can obliterate an entire army and face Baal Zamon afterwards. In other words, justifying the reasons why the why the Aes Sedai and others are right to be scared of his strength and his emotional stability. But sure, yeah, give a bit to the ladies because they don't get any attention at all in the books. Now, first of all, I think that last bit in the comment is sarcasm. I know that. And even if that scene didn't happen, the woman in this show is amazing. At least most of them are. As I said, Rosamund Pike as a Maureen is fucking incredible. I was just smiling all the time when she was on the screen. I mean, she is freaking amazing. And the other amazing woman character that I liked quite a lot was Kate Fleetwood as Leandrine Gyrell. Leandrine Gyrell. How the fuck do you pronounce that? I'm sorry, I don't know. And the other thing about this, the whole first book, it was condensed to 8 episodes. Everything in this show feels rushed, like a hell of a lot rushed, and that put a bit of an damp slump for me. You know, I was constantly being at, we are going a bit too fast, you know, way too fast. I just fucking Perrin. I just a blank of white sheet. So what can we conclude here? Basically, they condensed the first book in 8 episodes, and I feel that was very, very rushed thing, and I wanted to know more, a lot more, and we went way too fast. I mean, there was just so many questions that why, how, I mean, it's annoying as fuck. And then there were, as I said, some of the character were race swapped. Now that isn't so bad thing, at least for me, because as I said, I haven't read the book, so I could watch this with clean mind, I guess. That's a bad word for it, but either way. And the fact that they changed some of the scenes from the books this much, I can't think that the fans of the books like this very much. I just can't imagine that to be the case. And the thing is, now that we rushed and crushed all of the first book in the 8 episodes, the other characters, we were left a bit bland. I mean, really bland. But no, I didn't hate the series. It isn't woke, no. There were some times when I was like, yeah, men bad, yeah, we get it. Let's just fucking move on, okay? Just, we get it. But no, I didn't hate it. It isn't a bad show on itself. And I want to see season 2. hopefully it is decent enough. But yeah, I think that's it for now. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I hope you tell me what you think about the Wheel of Time. And I want you to tell me, are the books good? Because I'm always looking for something new to read. So, thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.